Thank you, Yolanda, but especially thank you for bringing in this outstanding class. And listening to you, it was life-threatening. I mean, quite incredible. But we looked around the world and we brought in the best. So I want to welcome you to UCLA, all of the students, the new students coming in. And every one of you should be proud. You are part of the most gifted, talented, and diverse class in UCLA in its nearly 100-year history. It gets better and better, and you are the best, so congratulations. And I'd like to share some stats with you. First, out of 102,000 freshman applicants and 22,000 transfer applicants, you were accepted. This was the most applied to school in the nation this past year, so congratulations, incredible. Of the 9,200 students enrolled, about 7,000 are from California, so most of you are Californians, but from very different parts of California. So we're very diverse, even within California, geographically. You also represent the District of Columbia, Guam, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and 93 countries. And about a third of you, like me, you're the first generation of your family to attend college. So that makes it very special for us. And we're very proud of that, and we're proud of you. And some of you have served in the military, some of you have grown up in foster care, or some of you are parents yourselves. So you all come from very different backgrounds. And that diversity and those perspectives you bring is what makes UCLA what UCLA is, a top public university. In fact, I think one of the world rankings, a couple of the rankings recently suggested we are the top public university in America. So we're proud of that, but we're especially lucky to have you here because that's what makes us great. And you now join a campus that's been the home of Olympians, Nobel laureates, and Oscar winners. It's a place where presidents have debated right here, superstars perform, athletes break records, and scientists save lives, where more than 40 languages are spoken on each given day, and we get to call the extraordinary multicultural city of Los Angeles our home. So we live in a world-class city, and it's a world-class university. And there are opportunities and benefits everywhere you look on this campus. So take advantage of all that UCLA and Los Angeles has to offer. So much of your college experience lies outside of the classroom. And I've had alumni tell me that some of the most important activities they were involved in was, for example, leading a student group. They learned leadership skills that served them well when they graduated. So a lot of what you're going to learn is going to be outside the classroom. Your social interactions, your relationships, and community activities can be extremely important to all of you. We have more than 1,000 clubs and student organizations. That's astounding. So no matter what your interests are, chances are there's a place for you. And if within those 1,000 clubs and student organizations you can't find a home, there's a possibility of creating your own new organization. So be bold, be imaginative. I don't know how many more organizations past 1,000 we can support, but be creative. So when you traverse Bruin Walk over the next few weeks, and some of you have walked down Bruin Walk already, you'll see groups of all kinds asking you to join and trying to inspire your passion. It's just remarkable when you walk down at lunchtime. You will not get 3 steps without someone making a pitch to you about joining their organization. That's passion. And passion is a big part of what makes our community exciting. But for a community to thrive, passion must walk hand in hand with compassion. Passion must walk hand in hand with compassion. At UCLA, we value free speech as a core principle, and free speech has been in the news a lot lately. But with it, we also value mutual respect. We value facts, and we value the principles and the people who have made this country, this city, and this campus so fantastic. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to all of the dreamers that are among us today. I know that many of you are worried, and I understand why, but I'm here to tell you we care deeply about you. We are extremely proud for you to be right here at UCLA, and let there be no doubt that we're here for you. So congratulations for being here, and we're with you. Thank you. As Bruins, I ask that you all aspire to create a community that will help each of you grow and each of you achieve all that you want out of the UCLA experience. It will not be a community where everyone agrees, that's clear, but that's okay. But like any community, UCLA will suffer if we are unfair, if we give in to anger and meanness. And UCLA will thrive when we commit ourselves to goodwill, kindness, understanding, and curiosity. I know you were all deeply troubled this summer, as was I, by the events in Charlottesville. That was a place that Carol and I called home for 29 years and where we raised our family. So Charlottesville is very close to us emotionally, and we spent a large part of our life there. The hatred, racism, and anti-Semitism America witnessed reminds us all that intolerance and racism are continuing issues in our society. We must recognize that. As Bruins, please strive for fairness and respectfulness within our community. You will surely encounter people on this campus with whom you strongly disagree, whether they are fellow students or teachers or invited speakers. It's at those times, and I want to emphasize this, at those times we must remember that protecting our freedom of speech and thought means protecting others' freedom of speech and thought. So protecting our freedom requires that we protect the freedom of speech of others. That can be uncomfortable at times. Indeed, it can be frustrating at times. But remember, sometimes being that uncomfortable is really part of our learning experience. So I ask you to engage over critical issues, even controversial ones, with integrity and respect. There will be several formal opportunities throughout the year to participate in discussions of important issues facing our campus and beyond. Over the week of October 16th, so that's just a few weeks away, our Vice Chancellor for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, Jerry Kong, will host a series of events centered on free speech. I encourage you to participate. This year's Common Book is another opportunity. T. Bowie's The Best We Could Do is an illustrated memoir of immigration and identity in America. The Common Book is also an opportunity to share and understand diverse perspectives with your peers and to explore our roles in creating a just society. A fascinating book, and I hope all of you will get a chance to read it. You are destined to be our next leaders, whether it's by conquering climate change or erasing income inequality or curing diseases. I say this with confidence, and I recognize now you're still fairly young and looking around and thinking, will I be able to make a real mark on my society, in this country, in the world? Recognize that so many Bruins that have graduated before you have made that mark. This is a place that will help you reach your greatest dreams. And we know just statistically that many of you will do truly extraordinary things. You know, we want you to become leaders who will succeed by examining facts, who understand complexity, and who work to bridge differences. I also want to mention another challenge that needs commitment for each and every one of you, and that is ending sexual violence. At UCLA, and I want to emphasize this, there is zero tolerance for sexual violence. Sexual assault, relationship violence, and stalking are crimes against the dignity and safety of an individual, and they're totally against the values of this community, and they will be treated as such. UCLA is a community built on respect and empathy. In this community, even one incident of sexual assault is too many. I urge you to learn the Student Code of Conduct and the University of California's policy on sexual violence. Understand what consent means. Know your boundaries and respect the boundaries of others. And if you are a survivor of sexual violence or misconduct, please report it immediately to authorities on or off campus. UCLA has many resources to assist you, no matter what concerns or problems you might face. For example, we just announced, and I think we're the first in the country to do this, free mental health screening and treatment for all of our incoming students, a service we will soon expand to the entire campus community. So reach out to a resident assistant or anyone in residential life if you have concerns about anything. They're here to support you and we give them the tools that they need to do that. So it is really important, if you're experiencing issues at all, talk to someone on campus or someone off campus, but please reach out. My administration and our staff and our faculty are also here to support you in all your endeavors. We want to make these years the best in your lives. Finally, remember that being a Bruin means being committed to the community beyond our campus. That's why we're looking forward to Volunteer Day on October 7th. So this is, I think, still the largest student volunteer day in America, when our students go out along with other volunteers to make a difference in our community. It's a great way to contribute to our city, a fun way to make friends, and always an inspiring way to start the year. So I hope that that day will be exciting for you, but I hope it's just one day and you'll continue to give back. You know, I think about 50% of our students continue to volunteer throughout their time here. Los Angeles needs you. They need your help. Students need help. Many of our veterans need help. There will be a lot of opportunities for you to make a difference, not only on campus, but make a difference beyond. And I hope, like many Bruins before you, you'll really build service into a core value for yourself as you graduate. So embrace the thrill and joy of making a difference both globally and locally. So I hope that you're as excited as I am about your new adventure. I'm really envious. I just can't believe what it must be like to be at this institution with what's ahead of you, all the excitement about all the things you can learn and all the things you can contribute to this campus. You know, every time a class graduates, UCLA has been changed. So we hope to change you and better educate you in areas you need additional education in, but you change us with all your beliefs and what you do here. So it's a two-way street, and we're deeply appreciative of everything you do. So once again, it's great that you're here. I look forward to seeing many of you on campus this year, and go Bruins! Thank you.